Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's news section we're going to cover the X7, the new X5M which has been seen testing around the Nürburgring, and potentially what project car for us to buy. Should we buy something a bit older? So we'll discuss that. Firstly, the X7. Now I like to deal with negatives first, so let's talk about the most obvious negative thing about this car, which is the front end, and specifically the grille. I'm not sure if BMW are trying to see how big they can make this grille without people getting so annoyed with it that they actually get put off buying the car. It's like, is it a competition? Are they trying to take cues from the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which is probably the most ugly car to come out forever? Apart from the front grille, it's a decent looking car. It's a bit slab sided, but they're trying to get more space in the car, so you can understand the logic behind that. Audi are going to release the Q8 soon, which actually does look a lot better, but Audi tend to get the design right first time from experience. And the X7 interior does look amazing. It's an evolution of what we've seen in the F90, so it's got the ambient lighting. The interior quality looks amazing. It's got a panoramic roof, a standard, so it lets a lot of light in. And you can also specify 6 seats. So it's got 2 seats, 2 in the middle and then 2 at the back. So it looks like it's got plenty of space. And you would think that a car of this size would weigh a lot. And it does weigh a lot, but not as much as you would think. So they're using the new car technology in it, and it weighs in at 2.2 tons, which for a car of this size is not bad at all, I think. Initially, it's going to be released with 3 different trims, so the X730D, the X740i, and then an M Performance version, which is the X7M 50D. Bit of a tongue twister. So the 40i will accelerate to 60 in about 7 seconds, they're claiming, and the M Performance version, the 50D, they claim will accelerate to 60 in 6.1 seconds. Now for a car of that size, that's pretty impressive. So it doesn't look like it's going to be lacking in the performance department, which it will need when it's competing with things like the Cayenne. So it will be interesting to see whether they actually have a M version of this. We have seen a render of the M version, but who knows if that's on the horizon or not. Now speaking about the M version, the X5M, which is due to come out next year, has been seen testing around the Nürburgring. So obviously this will be based on the F90 M5 drivetrain. We're not sure yet whether it's going to have switchable four-wheel drive, but as you can hear the car going around the ring, it does sound very similar to the F90 M5. The differences between this and the current X5, which you can see from the video, is that it has the quad exhaust, it has the M styling with the side skirts and the more aggressive front bumper. The car is heavily disguised, so we can't see exactly what it looks like, but you can tell it looks a bit more aggressive than the normal X5M. Now, as you can see from the video, the car looks very flat through the corners, and it also has very limited body roll, and that's going to be important for this car because it's going to be competing directly with the likes of the Cayenne Turbo. So it looks like BMW are going to have a very good car on their hands. They're quoting 600 horsepower, which is 25 more horsepower more than the outgoing X5M, but as we know from our own F90, BMW are underrating this car, so we expect it to have more like 630 horsepower. Now, talking about project cars, as you guys know, we do have 4 project cars at the moment, and you can follow them on their playlists that we have on YouTube to see what we've done with them so far. Now, we've been discussing in the office whether we should buy slightly older project cars, like something like the E46 M3 or the E92 M3 or the E39 M5. Now, I have owned all of those cars before, and we have developed lots of parts for those cars, but we think it might be interesting to go back to those cars and actually make a project of one using our parts, because the E46 M3 and the E92 M3 are proven to be very popular and people are still buying them. They're very sought after, they're looking after them in the right way, and they're still modifying them with quality parts. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should buy a slightly older project car? Do you think that will be more relevant to most of our audience? And if we do get one, which one of those 3 would you like us to consider getting. Drop a comment below, and we're going to sort of discuss this later on and see where we go from here. But I've had 2 E90s M3s. I wouldn't mind having another one, and basically starting with a stock car and going through the whole process. So it's either possibly that or the E46 M3, but we'll consider an E39 M5. We did have one of those that we did development of the headers on and the supercharger kit. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think we should buy a slightly older one? Do you think that's going to be more relevant, or should we stick to the newer cars? So that's the news. If you want to watch more BMW related news, you can watch that over here. If you'd like to watch something YouTube suggests you might like from our other videos, you can watch that over here. Now, if you did like the video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you've got any questions, you can put those in the comments for us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.